Good evening ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Tonight once again those badass motherfuckers that call themselves Wheel2W Racing go at it. Join my good mate Footna for his fun fact alongside our commentary boys. So crack open a cold alcoholic beverage, plonk your ass down in front of a TV and oogity fuckity boogity, let's go racing.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
In 5, 4, 3.
We're live.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another round of Wheel2W Racing. We're up to round 11 and we're watching Division 4 this evening. We're out at the Red Bull Ring in Spielberg, Austria, which will be 8 corners of white knuckle racing in this torrential downpour that we've got going on this evening. There'll be 2 races. First race will be 8 laps, and the second race will be 16 laps. Race 2 is of course reverse grid, as we do each week with Wheel2W. Joining me in the commentary box tonight, we've got Dale Teeks. Welcome, Dale, for your debut in commentary for Wheel2W.
Thanks, man. I think it's going to be a good race tonight. I think we're going to have some really close battles at the front. You know, I think there's a few good guys who are going to put in some good times here. So I think maybe Harvey would be a good guy to watch. Shan's GT's put in some really good times over the last few weeks, and I think just that McLaren's going to be tough to beat, and also maybe a wild card there for Herbal. I think he's going to be, keep him honest and keep it competitive.
Definitely, there's some strong drivers down in D lobby tonight in Division 4, and it's exciting to see what happens in this, our second last race for the season. We've got next week will be our last endurance race, which will be split over 2 weeks at the Nürburgring Nordschleife, and that's our super enduro. So that'll be quite a quite a nail biter at the Green Hell. Welcome as well to Fine Moves. They're doing visuals for us tonight. How you doing, mate?
Doing well, thanks guys. Should be I'm taking the week off this week. Just not a great track for me, and the wet is just it's going to be a tough one.
Good stuff. Well, why don't we run through a quick bit of a lap around the track. Matt here just about to turn onto lap 8, and we will onto turn 8, and we'll do a bit of a round of the circuit. So keeping tight around turn 8 and trying to be really careful not to slip and slide too much on the very, very wet pavement here. Braking around 150 into turn 1, down to second, and being very careful on the acceleration out of turn 1. Brings us up onto a second long straight, under the Red Bull mobile sign and bypassing the turn off for the short track, up into 6th, and then looking again for about 150, keeping it nice and calm under brakes. Now that turn 2 there, very easy to lose the tail. I'm waiting for the wheels to catch up to the engine there as we hold 3rd, now up into 4th, 5th, and then 6th. Braking at about 170 here, down to 3rd, again braking very early, bit of trail braking into this corner here, trying to keep on the dry patch, and easy on the throttle as we exit, up into 3rd, then 4th, seeing Herb will get a bit sideways in front of us, braking at about the 70, down into 2nd or 3rd, sometimes I hold 3rd around this corner, very easy and very slippery. Holding 3rd, just dabbing on and off the brakes so we don't lose the front end there and run too wide. Braking here, just about 100 metre, down to 3rd, keeping in nice and close as we run a bit wide here, up to 4th, quickly back down to 3rd, clip this corner, and across the line. So things to watch out for here. What's your biggest fear on this one, Dale? What are you watching out for when you're doing your races here?
I really think it's turn 1 and turn 2 on the first lap. I just think in the wet, I mean, we don't do wet weather racing all too often. I don't think many people do. So I think turn 1 is going to be a surprise. And you just got to put trust in everyone around you. So I just think everyone's just got to keep it patient, keep it steady. And otherwise, yeah, as soon as you get past turn 2, everything should be fine.
Yeah, I think that's there's a lot of merit to that. It's just a really slippery track, and at the best of times, the Red Bull Ring with those tight turns, it can be problematic with a lot of cars all bunched up together. But throw a bit of weather and a bit of rain into the mix, just a really slippery, really oily kind of surface. The cars, in particular in GT Sport, they slide around a lot on this track. But we've got qualifier begun, so leading us out the gate, we've got, I believe, we've got Harvey Horse out in front. No, we don't. We have a pit glitch with Weary Citizen. We'll see what's going to happen here. There may be a red flag and a restart by the host here, but
yeah,
we'll see what happens. In the meantime, we'll go through the grid and we'll have a look at each of the drivers. So we'll check out Shan's GT. No, there we go, actually. We've got Herbal's just called for the restart. So that's our host. Thanks very much, Herbal, and to all of our hosts for hosting and putting on the races for us. It's you guys keep us all honest. Just waiting on a few of these guys just to jump out off track.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shan's GT, one of our newer guys. He's come into the league with a lot of pace, and he's in Lobby D, and that's because he hasn't been around long enough to accrue any sort of driver value yet. But he's definitely going to be one to watch in Season 7. Quite quick and expected to do well. Dale, I'll put you on to have a chat about Palmer.
Yeah, for Palmer, so I think this track and these conditions really suit his car. So I think he's another one to watch out for. Regardless of where he qualifies, he's just going to shoot straight up through the order off the start line. He's going to be tough to pass, especially because out of the corners, his car's just going to be so stable and really good traction out of those corners. I really think that's the main spot that you can gain time here. Making a move under brakes is just going to end in disaster. So I think he's going to have a good advantage here too.
Yeah, I think you're quite right. Those four-wheel drives, as in the GTRs, they make it quite easy to drive out of the corners. A lot more so than some of the rear drive cars that we've got. It will be interesting to see how the front-wheel drive car goes tonight. We've got the Audi TT, which I believe Viking Racer. No, sorry.
He's in a Toyota.
Yeah, he is. I've got myself mixed up. I don't think we actually have any front-wheel drive in this lobby. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how we go. Still waiting for a number of these guys to exit the lobby. Remembering that when they hop out, they've also got to punch the red X so that they actually exit the race completely. And that will help the guys. That will help Herbal to actually restart the lobby.
Yeah, I think we've still got 4 or 5 guys out there at the moment.
Yeah, it's just waiting on Tams now. So here we go. Everyone jumping out. And we'll see Herbal kick this off again shortly. It's a shame when we get these glitches. Unfortunately, there's a pit glitch. It's worked into the game, and sometimes it happens when drivers have bad connections into the GT Sport service. So we'll hopefully we won't have any dramas tonight.
I've just got the team
one,
leaderboards. I've got the leaderboards up at the moment while they're restarting the lobby. So
we've got BMW up in first. with 9,500 points, trailing Mercedes and McLaren there in second and third apiece. Lexus in fourth, Jaguar down in fifth, Aston Martin, Toyota, Ford, and then Audi down in ninth. Now, Fine could you run us through how the scoring works with the highest number of highest points for the number of races? I know there's some races that get dropped, so.
Yeah, so this season is just counting your top 8 of 12 rounds, and the team points works basically, I think we have there's 5 drivers per team, and it's every driver's top 8 rounds which counts to contribute towards the team score.
So that's not each team's strongest 5 rounds. That's strongest 8 rounds.
Yeah.
That's each driver within the team.
Yep.
So, for example, different drivers will have different strengths on different tracks, and it capitalises on those. So there's it's quite an intricate scoring system. We run off a holistic time-based scoring system across the entire league. We've got around 65 drivers. I think the maximum that we've had sign up for a single day has been about 69 in one race, in one week. Is that right, Fine Moves?
It was close to 60. I think we had about 60 on round 1 or 2, which was, we had almost 5 full lobbies, which was, really good.
It's great. We've got great growth in the league as we see all the cars heading back out for their second attempt at qualifying.
I think we've got another glitch again. We're still stuck.
I don't think they'll restart a second time. That's just unfortunate. Could be internet issues with Weary.
Yep.
I think they'll just keep things rolling for the stream.
Well, we've got Herbal Green Tea there in the Group 4 Lexus, who is just behind Shan's GT. And then we've got Marchie Boy in the Mercedes, Group 4 Mercedes SLS.
And the traction is showing that Nissan has just spun around. And it's going to need to get that under control for the race.
Yeah, it's important to note we don't allow traction control in wheel to wheel. It's one of the stipulations of the rules. So all the slipping and sliding and car control that you see here tonight is all down to the skill of the driver.
Yep.
Viking Racer will cross the line fourth for qualifying to begin his hot lap. There in his white Toyota 86. And we've got Tams 996, also in an 86 tonight. I believe he's one of our newer drivers. So good to have you on board, Tams.
Yeah.
Johnson Aiden there, he'll cross the line in 6th in the BMW. Closely followed by a bit of a train of cars there with Tooligan in the Aston Martin, Palmer in the GTR, Cam the Otter in the Mercedes.
Yep.
Bozza with a little bit of a gap also in an AMG Mercedes. Euthrolic Straw in another AMG Mercedes. And then rounding out the back of the pack with a bit of a gap between he and 11th, Harvey Orse, who is of course one of our very strong competitors to watch tonight.
I can finally see why Euthrolic Straw they've named him ZD2. He's got pretty much an identical livery.
Well, it's funny because the other ZD2 is in the commentary box with us tonight.
Oh, it's
he sounds
Dale,
just
isn't
like
it?
him.
Sorry, no, it's Dale. I've got them confused, yeah.
I mean, on track, you're right. I'm going to have to watch that because he does look exactly like ZD.
Yeah. Once they get in the same lobby, that's going to be very difficult to compensate those two guys.
I can't wait until you and ZD are on commentary together. As you say that, Euthrolic Straw's just run off, unlucky. So hopefully we'll need to see him braking a little bit earlier for that.
Yeah.
But we might jump on watch Shan's GT as he comes around turn 7, down towards turn 8, nicely on the brakes there and onto the main straight.
He's keeping it very smooth.
Yeah, he is. He is quite a smooth driver, and we'll hopefully see something around about 152. Spot on, perfect. It's a beautiful time from Shan's GT there.
Here comes Herbs across the line. Whoa.
155 from Herb. I would say for this lobby, for the guys around this sort of lobby D, not the new guys who are coming up through the driver value system, I'd expect around sort of 154, 155 would be around the right time.
Yeah, forgot about that. So Shans is going to be up in Division 1 in no time. So yeah, he's when you start out in the league, you start at the bottom and work your way up through the divisions. So yeah.
I agree. I think a 155 is going to be quite competitive for this race. Harvey's just pulled out a 151.9, so I think him and Shans GT are going to be up the front. Herbal, I think he's just going to be ready to pounce, so if anyone makes a mistake in front of him, he's just going to keep it steady and take advantage of that when that opportunity presents itself.
Yeah, great time there from Harvey.
I haven't yet seen a 151 in practice. That's an absolute rocket time. So I haven't done many practice laps on the qualifying settings, but in any case, a 151 is absolutely flying. So cracking time there from Harvey.
Yeah, I agree. I haven't done much on the qualifying settings either. That's a really good time. That's going to be strong across all races, I think.
Herbal's doing well, holding on to his third there. About 3.5 seconds separates he and the first two guys, but he's about 5/10 ahead of Cam the Otter. So as Herbal just comes around turn 7 and 8 and onto the main straight, we'll see if he can improve on his 155. He catches a little bit of grass there, and he cannot. Viking Racer with a bit of an improvement there. And then Palmer, Tams and Cam the Otter. Palmer set a little bit of a faster time there, 156.2. Tooligan's up to 156 flat. Bozza with a 154, great time from Bozza, but puts him into third. And Harvey again has dropped his 151.6 down to a 151
9 to a 5.
There he is, 9 to a 5. That's absolutely flying. Well done, Harvey.
Yeah, that's a great time.
You throw like Shaw up to third as well. Snuck that in.
He wasn't having a great time around lap 1, but Hydraulic Straw definitely there with a 153.6. That's boosted him right up there into third. So we'll see a bit of a battle. Now I know that the McLaren is fast off the line here, so we'll just have to see what happens. Fingers crossed. We'll keep everyone braking nice and early, keeping it nice and clean in this absolutely torrential downpour at the Spielberg Red Bull Ring in Austria.
All right, here we go, race 1.
It's a good start by Harvey. Shans just didn't get off the line. That Nissan's just flying up. He'll be up into third by turn 1.
A little bit of a move. Tooligan has absolutely sent it and made beautiful work of that. Up into fourth. No contact at all from him.
Yeah, that was a great move. He's going to hold it up the inside on turn 2, and he should be able to hold this out.
He's got Shans GT behind him looking very racy. Shans brakes a bit early. He's going to have the inside line on Bozza. Little bit of contact. But all cars keeping it.
Oh, Shans got to go sideways.
He's held onto it. It's great driving. Shans has compromised his exit, but he's there's 8 laps to run.
I think it's important he saved that. With a spin there, that would have put him straight down to last, and that would have almost been game over for him.
That's right. Like so much of this track and in these conditions is just maintaining consistency and keeping grip where you can. Bozza not letting his 4th position go lightly as he takes Tooligan around the outside. That was an absolutely fantastic move.
Oh, Cam the Otter's trying to get up the inside of Tooligan there too. he's done it. Move on.
He has done it, albeit very sideways in doing so. These boys are showing some fantastic pace. Shans GT looking like he's very keen to get past Tooligan here. As Tooligan runs off the inside, there's a bit of a shunt there and he's pushed Cam the Otter wide. Unfortunately, that has also let Shans GT through.
Yeah, Shan's looking like he really just wants to get past these guys, gets back up at the front as quickly as he can.
Now, something's happened down in 12th. We've got Johnsonator who's turned it round. I'm not sure, I didn't see what happened. Can we grab a replay of that there, Fine Moves?
Yeah, sure. Let's take a look. Oh, we've missed it. Yeah, he's out of control on that last corner.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened or where he was, unfortunately. But we've got Bozza looks to be redressing, so there could have been a bit of contact there with Bozza and Johnsonator. Oh, sorry, is that Marchie Boy who's redressed? Marchie Boy down in 12th, I think that's right. Looking up in 5th, we've got Shans GT's made that move on Tooligan. He's up into 4th now.
Yeah, nice work.
Yeah.
Tooligan again, not letting it go lightly. But he leaves him plenty of room, and Shans will keep it tight on the exit here.
Yeah, it does good racing by both.
Yeah, spatial awareness is definitely something that we try to pride ourselves on here. As I say that, Shans GT just a little bit wide, but Tooligan just not quite close enough to capitalise.
Yep.
Harvey Horse now with a 5-second lead off Euthrolic Straw, and is absolutely just running away from the pack here. After 2 laps, a 5-second lead. That's very impressive. Very keen to see him keep it nice and tidy, nice and consistent. If he maintains this pace, he'll be certainly competitive on time with the Premier League team.
Yeah, 1:53 flat. That's a really quick time for lap 2. He's only going to get quicker as this race goes on.
Pack fairly spaced out. In 7th and 8th, we've got Viking Racer just putting a move on Tams 996 into turn 1. Tams breaks a bit early, and Viking Racer goes through to 7th. These guys not likely to fight too much as Toyota teammates. Marchie Boy's gone round again, unfortunately, just after turn 8.
He's struggling. He's struggling in the wet.
It's tough to get it back going when you have a spin on this track. It's just so hard to get it back.
Yeah, he's
Unlucky, unfortunately.
I think there's a few people struggling to keep it on the track at this point.
Yeah, I think you're right, and it really is. It's about consistency in this track. Driving it at 7 or 8 tenths and not putting everything on the line. If it keeps you on the track, that's what's important. And Palmer in 3rd has over the last 3 corners taken 7 tenths out of Euthrolic Straw. He's up to within 1 second now, and I think that 4-wheel drive in the GTR is really starting to help him take those tenths.
Yeah, and I think Shan's GT's coming with him here. That's been steady around 3.5 seconds now for the last lap and a half. So I don't think it'll be long till there's going to be a bit of a 3-way battle there for second.
Yeah, Euthrolic Straw obviously quite powerful through sector 3. He's opened that back up to 1.4. So Palmer just not able to use the power quite so much.
Yeah, he takes a lot out though. Out of turn 1, he's just gained about 3 tenths and they're only halfway down that straight. So if you can make use of that, then I think he's going to be able to latch on. But no, you thought Straw's doing a great job out there to keep him at bay.
No, definitely. He's Palmer's come such a long way this season as well. He at the beginning of the season, I don't think he'd ever driven without traction control, and he was a new driver at the beginning of the season, and as you can see here, he's driving beautifully. A lot of drivers have sort of started into league racing with wheel to wheel, and it's just changed the way they drive completely. We're seeing great speed from these drivers. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's definitely a big change to try and get used to without using traction control, especially if you've generally run it on one or two.
He's off into the... Just had a spill from
wide.
So
Let's
give it
give
Palmer
second. Oh, we've got... What's going on here? We've got yellow flags up ahead. Harvey's still going on. We might have Marchie Boy. Yeah, Marchie Boy just getting lapped here. He's just spent a lot of time looping it, unfortunately. Palmer not sure which way to go. He goes right, gets through cleanly. And that Chance GT has also grabbed third from Euthrolic Straw. So unfortunately, just too much pace loss there from Euthrolic Straw with his running wide. And Chance is absolutely capitalised there.
Is Palmer burning a penalty?
No, that's Marchie Boy.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think Marchie Boy's just getting out of their way.
Shans looks like he's driving with everything he's got. He's really keen to snag a second here by the look of it. I don't know that in 4 laps he can take 10 seconds out of Harvey, but grabbing second from Palmer is possibly within his reach. He just needs about a second a lap here.
Yeah, it's stayed around that same length though the last now 2-3 laps. So I think Palmer's really just holding him at bay, keeping consistent times. So it's going to be an interesting battle.
Their lap times are actually very similar. In lap 4, we had Shans with a 153.485 and Palmer with a 153.483. So if they both maintain this pace, you're right, they might just be that distance between them might just remain.
Yeah, I think as you said earlier, just keeping it on the road. That's really what it's going to come down to.
Now we've got Tooligan down in 9th, so we've had something's happened there to put Tooligan down, unfortunately, but he'll be looking to claw his way back with Viking Racer and Bozza ahead of him. I think he'll be seeing that red mist. The rest of the pack having a fairly nice gap between them. Oh, Marchie Boy's round again.
He's going around, yeah.
Unfortunate, just not having a great time. I think he could just be a little heavy on the... Yeah,
I think Shans is on a really quick lap here. Yeah, he's taken out almost a second that lap, 8/10 out of Palmer.
Yeah, let's jump on board with Shans for a lap.
He's got a nice gap behind him to Euthrolic Straw, up to 2.2 seconds. And he's taken that 1 second out of Palmer. 0.18 up on his personal best for this lap, for this round I should say. He struggled to get the power down there out of turn 2, so he has lost a little bit of time to Palmer. Keeping it quite tidy out there out of turn 3. But Palmer just walks away from him with that 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, it's an interesting one there. That Aston really gains those few tenths under braking, but yeah, as soon as it's coming out of the corner, the Nissan, that advantage just takes over. So I think it's going to be a hard pass on this track.
I think you're right. Palmer's run a little bit wide there. Nothing too untoward. Tyre wear, of course, not being too much of a concern in the wet, So these wet tyres will certainly take them through this whole race. Fuel may be a problem in race 2, so we may see some of the cars pitting around lap 8 in race 2, and I'd say they'd also slap on a fresh pair of boots as well.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think most people will come in around halfway, just so they don't need to do a fuel saving strategy. It's just, I think, easier to just go hard out and give it all you can.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, by doing so, the tyres do suffer a little bit. So it's the time you save by going hard is worth it, especially if you know that you can put a fresh set on.
Yeah.
After that 8 laps.
There might be some surprises. I think a few people may try and run it out to about lap 10 or 12 in that sort of range, just to keep the car lighter longer. And there may be a few people to try and save some time in the pits, and if they've got good tyre wear, they may just avoid a change in tyres as well.
Yeah.
I think there'll be a bit of a split on that one.
As you've said there as well, we closed that gap down to 1.3 between Shans GT and Palmer into that turn, and then it's back up to 1.9 again on the exit of that corner. So it just really is.
By the time we get to the start-finish straight, though, I think it might be under 1.5. Shans really seems to gain a lot in that last couple of corners under those two heavy braking right-handers.
Yeah.
It's already down to 1.5 now.
Herbal just round the left-hand side of Cam the Otter. He's made that move stick. Cam sort of didn't get much of a great drive out of turn 3, so that's opened the door for Herbal, now up into 5th.
Yeah, this is a great drive from Herbal. He's made up quite a lot of positions through this race. We're down to 9/10 between Palmer and Shans as they cross the line there too. And Shans is consistently about 7 to 9 tenths a lap quicker. This is going to be an interesting final. And I think where it's all going to come to a head is out in those last 2 corners.
Yeah, that's right. Now, hats off to Harvey, who's 13 seconds ahead of Palmer. And provided he keeps it clean for this lap, he'll definitely cross the line in first. But we'll stick with this battle between Palmer and Shans, now down to 5 tenths. We'll see if Shans can get this move done.
Out of that corner, the Nissan just walked straight away, but it's going to make it hard to get a move done. With only about a third of a lap left when he'll gain right up to the back of him.
Once again, under brakes, closing right up. And there goes that GTR.
They're both keeping it smooth though, so under pressure they're both doing a great job. There's not really any mistakes from either of them.
That's right, it's never over till it's over. But it's looking like Harvey Orse in first. Palmer looks set to take second as he walks away up towards turn 7. Shans just not going to have the pace to reel him in unless we see a mistake from Palmer here.
Yeah, he went a little wide on that second last corner, but I don't think it's enough to really make a big difference.
Palmer looked like he took quite a conservative line there through that last two corners just to ensure he didn't get a penalty.
Yeah.
And it's Palmer in second, Shans GT in third. Sherlock Straw will take 4th.
Herbal's still holding out Cam. He'll most likely finish in 5th.
Herb a little bit sideways, but
yeah, he's done just enough there. He'll get that. He's
that's right. He'll keep Cam the Otter at bay. Cam the Otter in 6th. Tooligan again sideways as well as he comes down round turn 8.
Viking Racer coming into 8th, just finishing now. And then after that spin earlier on in the race, Johnson 8 is up into 9th.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there for Johnson Ada. He had some pretty good pace, but just unfortunately couldn't get it done this time.
They've got Bozza just beating out Tams.
And there goes Tams. So that's 15 minutes and 5 seconds total time there for Harvey Orse, who will be our Division 4 winner for race 1 of round 11 with an absolutely crazy 13-second lead. So congratulations, Harvey. It's a beautiful lap, beautiful race.
Yeah, well done. He took out pole, fastest lap, then just pulled away from everyone. Just easy win for him. Although he would have been, putting a lot of, he would have been under a lot of pressure there to keep it on the track.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it was a good final lap from Palmer there. He put in his fastest lap of the race on that last lap, dropping down into, I think it was the 151.9s as well. So that's really showing the pace in that car too.
So we've got 25 watching. Anyone, feel free to drop it down in the chat. Let us know your thoughts of that race. Let us know what you want to see more of. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about a 15:05 there from Harvey. It's a that's crazy for that 8-lapper. So he'll certainly be climbing the ranks of that driver value board very quickly.
I wouldn't be surprised to see that be a top 10 time for this round. I know a lot of practice lobbies were doing maybe 5:10s, 5:15s sort of the time frame, so I think he's right in there for top 10.
Absolutely, I think you're probably right.
And even Palmer with a 5:18, that's also a real competitive time too. Chen's GT 5:15.20, I think that's going to be definitely right up there, top 20 most likely.
Yeah, definitely. Just Palmer just sort of pulled his socks up and kept it nice and clean. Ran that whole race. Didn't push the envelope too hard, and it paid off for him. So, that was quite a good race from those guys, and we'll see the strategy start to play a lot more as we were discussing in race 2. Whether to pit, whether not to pit, when to pit. There's also the this being a much lighter rain setting, whether to run intermediates or whether to run wets.
Yeah, that's been an interesting discussion through the week. I think most people might end up on intermediates. It just seems to be a little bit quicker around there, and the tyre life still seems to last the distance. But again, some people may prefer the wet. It may just give them a bit better grip overall. I guess it really just might come down to what people's preferences are, or whether they've put a lot of practice on either. They might just stick with what they're used to.
Yeah, definitely. Got
this will be fun with the reverse grid. See what Harvey can whip up in the next race. Should be good.
Yeah, definitely. I think starting at the back, again, you've got two kind of options, I think, for that. You either just hang back and wait for everyone else to start to stumble and then take advantage, or whether you just try and go for it, grab a few positions into turn 1 and just kind of hang in for the ride there. I'm not sure Palmer's really got a choice though. His car's just going to be very fast off that line. He's probably going to make up about half the pack by turn 1, turn 2.
That's right. He's also got the most power out of the pack by about 7 horsepower as well. So he's already got a powerful car. Interestingly, he's elected to run wets for the second race along with Tooligan. So those two drivers will both be running wets by the look of it. All others will be on intermediates.
We got Weary Citizen back for the second race. He's had internet issues in that first one, and the
hopefully
glitches,
we can see him. Yeah, fingers crossed. We can see him actually out on track. Just an unfortunate pit glitch.
If he can get it going in this race, I think he's also going to add a little bit of a bit to the battle too, to try and get through the pack. He was posting some really good times in practice before qualifying as well.
Intrinsic in the chat, cover your eyes for turn 1. He's exactly right. As we could have some carnage being reverse grid, but we'd love to see everyone braking just that little bit early. Take it nice and easy. You don't win a race in turn 1. You can certainly lose it.
Depending on where you're starting, you might also want to have one eye closed as well. when you're on the track into turn one, just to know so no one rams you from behind. It's an easy one if you're stuck in the stream a little bit. It's easy just to miss your braking mark just by that little bit, and it's so hard to pull it up in these conditions.
That's right. Now, significantly more grip around the Red Bull Ring with the rain having eased. These intermediate tyres giving a lot more grip as the standing water's dissipated off the road. And what we should see are times from these guys down below the 150s, hopefully as low as about 147 we should see from Harvey Horse, I would say. If he's absolutely on point, we'll even see a 146, I'd say.
Yeah, agreed. I think they're the times that are going to keep competitive. If he repeats kind of what he did in race one, I think you're spot on. He's going to be right there in those sorts of times. It'd be interesting to see what he can do with this car, though, whether it will stay in people's slipstream, try and conserve as much fuel. I know with this car it can be a little bit, it might be a bit difficult to stretch it to 16. So yeah, he'll really need to save fuel to be able to do that if he wants to get through without stopping.
Yeah. Now, slipstream and dirty air, of course, slipstream helping us drive a bit faster in the slipstream of another car, but towards the corners and out of the corners, that of course also gives other cars dirty air. So when your grip is reduced as much as it is on this track, slipstream isn't always a good thing. So it'll definitely help to keep the cars nice and fuel efficient and help with our passing opportunities. But hopefully there's not too much of an effect there on dirty air and these cars understeering into the corners.
Yeah, fully agree on that. And I think if we start to see a few close racing, bit of battle packs forming due to the reverse grid, I think that's where it's going to potentially cause a few people to get unstuck. If you're in the slip, if you brake at the right point, brake a little early, should be able to manage it, but that will then catch out the person behind you if they're not quite ready for that braking mark.
Yeah, that's right. Now we see Weary Citizen jumping around the track. I shouldn't say jumping because he's actually not. He's not glitching. He's running around nicely. So all things going well. We'll see him on the grid as Herbal Green Tea has just kicked off the final. I'll be with you in 1 second for the grid start.
This will be an interesting start here, guys. We've got Marchie Boy leading off, Tam's in second. It'll be interesting to see who gets the power down first. But I think the thing to look out for really is Harvey Horse and Palmer starting at the rear.
We're off for race 2.
Yeah, both Harvey and Palmer have gotten a great start. They've already taken 4 cars before turn 1. Be up front, Marchie and Tam.
Sideways. Bit of a bounce there between Johnsonator and Harvey Horse, but we get through turn 1 cleanly.
No one's spun, and that's a good start. I think at this track, that's a good run through turn 1.
Harvey with a great run up the inside of Euthrolic Straw. Little bit of contact with the rear right quarter of Cam the Otter, and that's pushed him back down into 6th. Euthrolic Straw keeps his 5th. Cam the Otter goes in front of Tams. And it looks like Euthrolic Straw will also get through into 4th position there.
Yeah. That's a great start from those guys to already be up in the top half. As Harvey also just pushing through through on Tams there, up into 5th. He's got a great run, about to pull up alongside Euthrolic Straw as well.
It'll put him around the outside here, but looks like
he's got it done
in that position. Yeah,
I think that's good racing from both of them. It's lap 1. Just if someone's going to take it, just let it go. Plenty of time to get the move back.
Shans is Shans is caught up in a little bit of. Yeah, he's not quite as easily making it through the pack, but he should make his way up to the podium by the end of the race.
Yeah, he should. He's stuck behind Tulugan at the moment, really pushing him there. He's also got Palmer right behind him as well.
Tulugan keeps it quite tight around there. He's got Johnsonator looking to put a move on Tams, but we'll have to see.
I think Herbal, he's just going to latch on the back of these guys too. He's just going to follow them through as they make their way through.
Oh, that's
Johnsonator very wide there.
Late move there by Tulugan. That's a wide exit from Tams and Johnsonator as well. Doesn't appear to be any penalties issued, but Johnsonator is going to be pushed back down into 10th as Herbal gets by as well.
Shens and Palmer straight up to 67th after that.
Oh no, is that who's gone wide in the Nissan?
Palmer's gone wide there.
So Shan's in. I didn't see exactly what happened. If you've got a replay for it.
For who? For Palmer, did you say?
Palmer, yeah.
I think Palmer was trying to get the move done. Shans was already ahead of him running into that corner. He's just gone up the inside and outbraked himself.
On board with Palmer as he just brakes a bit late, and he's overshot the corner and let a few cars through, but not too bad.
He recovered well. There was no spin. He recovered well. He's in 7th. Now defending against Tulugan with Herbal Green Tea immediately behind him. Johnsonator looking quite racy on the back of Herbal in his BMW.
There's a big battle going on up here for second. Marchy Boy's holding out Cam. Harvey's right all over the back of them, and Hydraulic Straw's right with him too.
Now Marchy Boy doing much better in this slightly drier track.
Ooh, he gives Cam a bit of a tap.
Wide. Not giving it up easily. Leaves plenty of room in the exit, and it's just those two battling has opened it up for Harvey Horse. Through on the inside,
three
takes
wide,
second
beautiful.
by turn 1.
That's a
Oh, that's bold from Harvey. Oh, more contact. We see Marchy down into 6th. As unfortunately, he's just got a poor run out of turn 2, and we've seen Shans, Hydraulic, and Cam the Otter go through.
That's good. Shan's made his way up to 5th.
Oh, a little bit of contact again. Looks like I think that was Cam the Otter and Hydraulic Straw, but Harvey with Bozza in his sights for the lead.
Lap 3 already up into second. He's done a great job starting from the rear there.
Oh, here we go.
He's just
on
first already.
Here we go. Oh, he's
run a bit wide there,
Twitching a
but
bit.
he'll hold it.
He's lagging.
not tidy, but he is through to first. And
That's it. Ooh, bit of a lunge there from Bozza.
Harvey holds onto it though.
Harvey. Yeah, he held onto
That was
it.
a good save.
And it's Cam the Otter up the inside of Bozza.
Pretty angry Mercedes trying to chase him down.
Here we go. Shan's taking advantage as well, up into 4th.
Can anyone explain what a Hydraulic Straw is?
Oh,
It's
I
not
think
something
people
we
should
want to
just-
go into, is it?
well, yeah, I don't think it's something that. Well, yeah, no. I think people should just look that up for themselves.
We'll let Footner explain that.
That can be
as
for
the
his
Hydraulic
next
Straw
round.
goes into second. Shan looked like he was going to put a move on Cam the Otter, but he is going to put it on, and he'll take 3rd off the exit of turn 2. Shan's looking very racy. He wants to latch on to that slipstream from Harvey Horse. He wants to get up there as early as he can, see if he can tear away from the pack with Harvey.
I think out of the corners, that Aston is also really strong out of the corners. So I think if he can get close enough under brakes, I think he'll be able to get that move done.
got Palmer looking at the back of Marchie Boy as well. Also probably keen to get past. We know Palmer had some great speed and some great drive out of the corners, and that GTR again just eating up this wet track.
Yeah, it looks like he's bringing Herbal with him too. Herbal's just, he's sitting in behind Palmer, just taking advantage of those moves and just following him through.
Palmer running a little bit wide, opening the door for Herbal, who's just not going to have the drive to hold on to it, I don't think.
He's also on the wrong side of the track, so it's going to be interesting to see how they pull this up. I think Herbal will just back out.
Herbal always playing it safe, and it did him well last time, although there's a little bit of contact.
Herb's probably getting on the... Oh no, he's giving him a bit of a bump draft.
Herb's made a bit of contact and ran him wide, so I'd say that's a little bit of a...
okay.
Sorry, mate.
Yep.
Herb, so... Palmer runs a bit wide. Hopefully there's no penalty for him. I don't have... I'm not sure what triggers a penalty, how wide you've got to be to trigger a penalty on this track. But Herbal gets that move done. Now up into 7th.
Go Herbs, around the outside.
We're up into 8th. So, there's a bump.
Bit of a tap. He's going to redress.
And Palmer's done the same exactly. He's going to redress.
Oh no.
He's lost it as he's trying to re-enter.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair from Palmer. He did his best to redress, and unfortunately Herbal on the re-entry's just spun.
Let's go to the replay. Let's go to replay on that. Yeah, he's oh gosh, yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, you can see Palmer's sort of tried to let him go, but very slippery on that ripple strip. It's a big part of this track.
It's a tough re-entry on this track.
But that's put Herbs back into last place, unfortunately. Ah, damn it. Alright, back up to the front of the pack. Shan's closing in on 2nd.
Shan's closing in on 2nd. Hydraulic Straw. And Harvey not walking away quite as fast as he did in the last round with very low grip. But nonetheless, Shan's is 3.5 seconds in front of Cam the Otter.
I think Harvey's had a moment that lap. I think he's actually maybe run a bit wide somewhere.
Oh, I see.
That gap was a lot bigger. I think he's lost maybe about 3 seconds on that last time through.
Unlucky.
Well, Phil's going to play a bit of a role in this one as well, so let's see if Shan is better on fuel than Harvey and Hydraulic Straw.
Hydraulic Straw. Oh, sorry. The tyres, of course, looking absolutely stellar across the board. But fuel will certainly be a factor. Up to halfway through lap 6. So we're about a lap and a half back from the race midpoint. So if we start to see cars pitting on the normal time, then we should see them in about the end of lap 8. Palmer slowly walking up in 8th onto Viking Racer in 7th. About 6/10 separate them. And I would say that Palmer will be very keen to get past because these are the cars that passed him when he was waiting for Herbal. He'll be very keen to get it done. Those 86s unfortunately just not built with a lot of power, very agile, but just not a lot of power. Right up close to Viking Racer now. We'll see if he can get the move done on the main straight.
Yeah, I think as long as he gets a good run out of this corner, he'll be able to get this done into turn 1. It's just unfortunate that Toyota just doesn't have the power.
Oh, looks like he might have braked a bit late. He's going to run himself wide.
Oh no. That should be a penalty.
it's very, very slippery on the when you're off the racing line into turn 1 and turn 2. So I think the guys really need to be wary to adjust their braking markers for this one.
Yeah. Now I'm surprised not to see a penalty there.
I think if you let off just enough, you can get away with it there. Although you go really wide, as long as you let off and then rejoin without putting the foot right down, most of the time you can get away with it.
Got a nice little battle here.
Oh, yep. Sorry, go ahead.
For Weary Citizen and Johnsonator. Going at it.
Oh, yep. Good stuff. So I can talk through as well. Shans GT's got himself past Euthrolic Straw as well. So Shans GT up into second, and Euthrolic Straw just fending off Cam the Otter. But we'll go back to that after we see what happens here with Weary and Johnsonator.
I think Weary's really closing up onto the back of him, and he should get this done within the next lap or two.
Oh,
he's actually getting it done right now.
There it is.
Johnsonator's kept himself wide to leave plenty of room, kept himself off the grass, and let Weary by.
Yeah, now he'll be wanting to try and tack onto the back of that Nissan. He's got about 5 seconds to catch up, but I think he's got the speed to at least keep it there, if not gain over the next few laps.
Archie Boy's doing alright to hang on to 6th. He had a shocking first race.
I was just thinking that. He's obviously dealing with these group levels much better this time.
Yeah, he's holding Viking Racer out, and also Palmer's right behind them. He just hasn't been able to find a way through and make the move stick. He can really make that Mercedes wide when he wants to.
Palmer's up in a hurry past Viking Racer. That was actually a beautiful move by Palmer. Viking Racer a little bit wide. Keeps it clean off the ripple strip though. Good to see. Palmer now with his eyes set on Marchie Boy.
Yeah, it looked like he just wanted to make the move then, but yeah, Marchie Boy just took that inside line from him.
Yeah, great defensive driving. He's obviously... Marchie Boy obviously not keen to let this one slide after his unfortunate performance in the first race. Just not dealing with those group levels well.
He's keeping it smooth, he's keeping it off the ripple strips there. He's doing a good job.
Palmer looked like he was going a bit wide, but he kept it in nicely.
He's got a good
Viking Racer goes off the side.
Oh, Marchie Boy looks to go defensive. Palmer's already there.
Just shows that traction out of the corners from Palmer there.
Yeah, that's right.
Euthrolic Straw's in the pits now, lap 8, he's just coming in too. So I think he's the first one to pit.
He is, he looks to be the only one to pit as well actually.
Yeah.
He will be the only one to pit on lap 8. Now, how are we going for fuel? Because I wonder if these other cars will be able to get it done. I'm not sure that anyone outside of the Toyotas will be able to get it done, with the exception of Tooligan and Marchie Boy. Euthrolic Straw actually looking... Oh, sorry, he just went into the pit, sorry. We'll watch this one closely.
I think Harvey's just going flat out, going as fast as he can, try and build that gap. So if he does need to pit towards the end of the race, he's at least got a bit of a buffer there if there are other people around him that are going to be able to make the distance.
Yeah, they should be able to make it on fuel. It's probably just tyres, I'd say.
Well, incidentally, Euthrolic Straw has not taken new tyres, it doesn't look like. He's got red on all 4 of his tyres on his outlaps. So I think he's just taken a splash of fuel and run off.
Yep.
So the tyres are good.
Yeah, tyres will be good. I think most people can get away without putting new tyres on.
Oh, right. Ooh, someone has gone off.
I think we put the mockers on him. I think that was Marchie Boy.
It was indeed.
Commentator's curse. Unlucky Marchie Boy.
Let's have a look at replay for that 5 moves.
Here he is, Marty boy. Oh no, he's just pushed a little too much on turn 8.
Unlucky, he's lost his position to Tooligan now as well. So Marchie Boy, who I believe was in 6th before, has been relegated to 10th, slotted in between Tooligan and Viking Racer.
That's easily cost him about 10 seconds there.
Yep.
It's a costly mistake.
Oh, he's taking a look up the inside. No.
That gap from Cam the Otter to Chance GT now up to 12.5 seconds, and Harvey 7.8 seconds up on Shans as well. So those two definitely running away with it here. Shan's keen to keep himself on Harvey's coattails, but that McLaren in these conditions is just eating it up.
Harvey's racing so consistently at the moment too. His last, I think, 4 laps have been within 2-3 tenths of a second. It's just very consistent right there.
Yeah, this is interesting because Shans is he's going to be in Division 1 next season for sure, and you know it's good to see Harvey out there. Looks like he could be one of our
Harvey
Division 1.
Pits.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, might see Shans follow.
Nah, Shans is going through for another lap.
Yet another bloody
So a splash
Division
of
1
fuel,
monster in a McLaren.
This could give.
See what
Yeah.
happens
if
when he
Shans
changes
pits.
tyres.
If Shans can do this on without the refuel,
I'm
He's
not
gonna
sure that he
have-
can.
He's going to have to start saving, I think, by now. If he hasn't
Yeah, he's a
already,
lap
he'll need to
behind.
start.
Yeah, he's a lap behind on fuel, so he'll need to find himself 1 lap's worth of fuel if he's going to be able to no-stop this.
he's got an 8-second lead over Harvey.
Definitely
So, I
gives
mean,
a lot of
that's-
credence to the one-stop method.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
I think Harvey took on new tyres as well.
It looks like it, yeah. He's got very clean tyres there. He might not have needed to, but
That would have cost him about 3-4 seconds right there, I think, too.
if Shans was to do 1 lap of very solid fuel saving, I reckon he'd probably only drop 4 to 6 seconds on Harvey. And I think that from then on he could race hard and might be able to keep him at bay, but we'll just see what happens as he comes around towards turns 5 and 6.
Let's see where he's shifting on the short shifting a little bit.
And he stays out. I'd love to see this pan out. If Shans can save enough fuel to no-stop this, I think we'll have a very close last couple of lap battle. And he sets his personal best for the round as well, with a 147.2.
And Harvey Horse just grabs a 146.5. Am I reading
He's
that
been
correct?
lapping quite consistently. Yeah, you
Oh,
are.
that
Quite
was a couple
consistently
laps
in
ago.
146s.
Yeah, that was a few laps ago. I think the lap before he came into the pits.
But he's got a 146.6, 146.6, 146.7, 146.5. He's very, very consistent up there in the 46s, and he's up on his fastest time
Yep.
too.
Just on a purple in
Oh.
sector 1 there.
Cam the Otter has a penalty coming out of the pits. Not sure where he picked that up, but there
It
we
could
go.
have been on the
From
pit
Stewart's.
entry.
Yes, it's true.
That pit entry can be, if you run a bit wide there, or if you enter the pits a bit late, it can catch you out. But he's burnt that off nice and quickly right after he's got it. Which gives Palmer
Palmer's in-
4th position.
Yeah, what if he's got a chance at the podium here?
Well, he, by the look of it, will not need to pit. He'll need to do a little more fuel saving than he's done, but I think he's on for a no-stop, I think. Your hydraulic straw certainly won't need to stop again. But these two cars, of course, on different tyres, because Palmer elected to run the wets.
And I think Palmer's tyres are actually looking a little worse than you feel like Shaw's. I'm not sure if he changed tyres in his pit, but they're actually holding up a little bit better.
No, Palmer, Hydraulic Straw didn't change his tyres. It was, I thought he would, but he didn't, which is...
Yeah, so those inters have really held up.
So, yeah.
Yeah, they're all getting a little close right now. Harvey's down to 6.5 seconds behind.
Yeah.
Palmer's only 3.5 seconds behind. It's going to be a very exciting finish. It really, I think, will come down to if anyone does need to pit or if they've miscalculated the fuel.
We were talking about Harvey being up on his fastest cutting purple sectors. He's also just run a 146.3, and once again, he's another 10th up in sector 1 on lap 13. So Harvey just absolutely monstering that fastest time.
Yeah. Second 1.2 out of Shan's that last lap. So yeah, if Shan's needs to start fuel saving a lot, this is going to be really close on that last lap or two.
Yeah, Shans has already got his warning going, which usually pops up around 1.3 laps, so I think Shans is going to have to pop in for a splash and dash. I just don't think he's got a choice here.
He should still be able to pop out in second though, so I think that'll still be, put him in a good position right there.
Keeps it tight, he's into the pits. Shans is into the pits. Into the pits with a 4.7 second lead over Harvey Horse. Let's see if he takes fuel and tyres or whether it's just fuel.
Yeah, it looks like just fuel. I think that's a good move. His tyres are going to hold up. It'll save him some time.
Now he's 4.7 seconds up. And he comes out 7, 8, about 8.5 seconds back. So it looks like about 12, 13 seconds time loss in the pits for a splash of fuel.
Yeah, plenty of space behind him to hydraulic straw, so he's got second place locked up, I think, at this point. I'm not sure he's going to have the speed to catch 9 seconds in the next 3 laps, unless there's a big moment by Harvey.
Not with the pace that Harvey has, exactly right though. If it's not over till it's over, Harvey Horse could run off at any point.
Like these conditions...
Palmer must have had an incident. He was closing in on hydraulic straw, but he's 8 seconds back now.
Yeah, it's not looking good for him on the podium at this point, unfortunately, with 3 laps to run. But we're starting to see a bit of a concentration of cars down in 12th, 11th and 10th. They came together quite close at the turn 1 there. And it looks like John Sonato might be swooping up on Tams to put in a move here into turn 2 or turn 3. Tams run wide. So through goes John Sonato into 11th. Now with his eyes set on Viking Racer in 10th.
And then you got Muncher Boy just a second clear of him too, so this could be another good 3-way battle coming up too.
They all seem to come together at the end, don't they, in the last few laps?
Yeah, all the different strategies playing out, and just, how everyone's kind of had how their races panned out.
Yeah. We got Tooligan getting nice and close up to Bozza in 6th and 5th place. Now Tooligan will be very keen to make this happen, but Bozza with quite clean tyres and just a touch more fuel. For these two, I don't think fuel will be a problem at this point, though.
Yeah, I don't think Tooligan's pitted. He's managed to go all the way through.
It seems to have worked for him. He's definitely pulling up close to Bozza. Didn't quite get the drive out of turn 1 there. But he'll be looking keen to put the moves on.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good battle to watch till the end.
Yeah, Viking Race is still closing up on Marchy Boy, but he doesn't look close enough to put a move on soon. So I would say Tooligan will be keen to get past Bozza a bit sooner than that other battle. But we'll keep an eye on both.
I think Viking's really going to need to rely on Marchy Boy to make a mistake. Just with that power the Toyota just doesn't have, it's going to be hard for him to make a move out of the corners.
That's right. He can brake late, but you're right. That corner exit is unfortunately just not there. Closing up very close though. He's keen to get it done, Viking Racer.
I think if you can just keep applying the pressure, you know, feel Marchy Boy's mirrors a little bit, just try and push him into a mistake here. Toyota's really good through those corners, so I think the best spot for him to try and do it is in this final sector.
That's right. He had the drive out of that corner, but unfortunately Marchy Boy's closed the door on him. It hasn't worked. He's really going to need to capitalise on the superior braking of that 86. He knows he's got the grip, but Marchy Boy's got the speed, and he's only got to hold it out for one more lap. Oh, Tooligan goes up the inside onto turn 2. Oh, bit of contact, bit of contact. Tooligan's round.
Oh my.
I would hazard a assessment to say that I think that was actually Tooligan running wide, and he's giving himself a pit maneuver.
Here.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, he's gone up the inside.
I would almost say that Ken.
Oh, he's gone a touch deep on that corner. Might have got. Oh, he's been. I think he got tapped. I think he got tapped in the rear. Just put him into a spin, I think.
Unfortunately.
And Harvey's
that's
taken
racing.
first.
That'll be one for the stewards. Harvey has.
Shans gets second.
I cannot say that. Straw's coming through in third, final turn. And yeah, Palmer's just dropped back a little bit further back, down in fourth, about 13-14 seconds back now.
This battle between Viking and Marchy Boy still rages on, but I'm not sure that Viking's going to have the pace to get it done with two corners.
Yeah, I think he's really going to have to put that pressure on Marchy and look for a mistake coming into these final two turns.
Marchy keeping it nice and consistent.
Yeah, final turn. As long as he gets the power down nicely, he's got this done.
That's right. It's close, and it was a battle right to the end. Marchy Boy on the defence all the way, and it will be Marchy Boy in 9th, Viking Racer in 10th. Absolutely putting the pressure right on. Johnsonator down in 11th, and Tams will take up 12 as he just burns off a penalty before crossing the line. So that'll be your order for Division 4 of round 11 for Wheel to Wheel, our second last round.
Yeah, that was a great race there. That was very good to see those guys come from the back and be able to push their way through and do it cleanly and put on some good moves.
Absolutely. They call the rain the great equaliser. It was great to see the driving and the car control across this whole crowd in the crazy weather. Very slippery track, and just some fantastic racing and fantastic sportsmanship too, shown by all. So well done to all in Division 4. Don't forget, we've got our Premier League will be coming up at 7 o'clock with Fine Moves again on the visuals. And Fine Moves, who's commentating that one?
I believe we've got Vintage Racer and who else do we have?
Is it Rexy?
Could be Rexy, yeah. Anyway, should be a great race. We should sign off and get ready for that one. But yeah, great racing here from the Division 4 guys. We'll see you all for the next race in about 20 minutes.
Thanks for sticking with us, everybody, and well done, Dale, on your debut in the commentary box. It was fantastic. Don't forget to drop a like down in the chat for Dale on his first time.
Awesome. No, thanks, Gritty. Thanks, Fun. That was a lot of fun. It was good racing too. So yeah, just thanks for letting me jump on board.
No worries. Good stuff. See you guys next week.
Take it easy, boys. Thank you.
See ya. Bye.
And that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter.
There it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean, to play us out? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today, and we'll leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it, and we'll do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Stewie Griffin. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.